Hi, friends. We have already talked about 4 of our 5 senses. We have talked about our sense of taste. We have talked about our sense of smell. We have talked about our sense of sight. And we talked about our sense of touch. So that's 4 senses that we've talked about. And we know that we have 5 senses. So we know we only have one more to talk about, right? So today we're going to talk about our sense of hearing. What do we use to hear? Our ears. We use our ears to hear. And we use that so that we can hear what's happening around us in the world so we know what we're experiencing. Okay? And so let's talk about some of the things that we use it for. Okay? All right. So we can see a boy here. And what does he have in his hand? If you look really close, you can see that he has his cell phone in his hand. So we use our ears to hear on our cell phone, right? That's a big here. Here. And it says here. Here. We use our hearing if a dog barks. It says woof, woof. The dog barks. We use our sense of hearing if we're listening to music with our earbuds in. We use our sense of hearing. Do you recognize this button right here? That's on the computer. So you can click, mute, unmute, right? But when it's unmuted, you can hear. We use our ears for a sense of hearing. And also, if you're playing an instrument, like this one's a drum, bang, 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 when somebody's banging on something, you can hear it. Okay, friends. So our 5 senses help us to experience the world around us and to know what is happening. And so we use them every single day. You use all of your 5 senses. You know, because you can taste things, smell things, you can see things with your eyes, you can touch things with your hands or your skin. And last, you can hear things with your ears. And so we use our 5 senses to know what's happening all around us in the world. Okay? So I want you to be thinking about something. A lot of times when we're talking and we're describing things, we use our 5 senses to describe it. For example, if I was going to tell you about a time that I went to get some ice cream, I could tell you that ice cream was so good. It tasted like sweet chocolate, but it had salty nuts in it, and that was delicious for me. So you see how I'm kind of telling you a little bit of a story about eating ice cream, just making me hungry. But I'm using one of my senses, one of my 5 senses to describe it. So what I want you to practice, I want you to practice talking to your family about your 5 senses. I want you to tell them what you've learned and how you can use your 5 senses to know what's happening around you. And I want you to practice describing things using your 5 senses. You could say, I saw her dress and it was beautiful. It was rainbow colored. And she was sitting up on top of the car when she drove by and she was waving. And she had a present. Oh, she was holding a gift in her hand. And she had this beautiful rainbow dress. See how I'm describing it with one of my 5 senses? And I'm painting a picture for you, telling you what I saw, right? So you can use your 5 senses to describe things. Friends, I hope you learned something, and I will see you soon.